Hey guys, there was a moment that I won't forget. Well, I had just lost my job right in the middle of an active semester. I was studying for my master's in clinical mental health counseling, and my employer had promised to pay over 8,000 in tuition fee. And suddenly I was out of work, just like that. So I reached out to them, wrote to them an email, and what I did is what anybody else could do. I asked them to honor their word and pay the fees. Well, you know what happened? They sent back an apology, and you know the kind. We are sorry for the inconvenience because you're no longer an employee with us. And well, just like that, I was stuck. And honestly, for that semester, I went on studying. I called the university and I thought some miracle was gonna happen. I just did what I had to do to complete what I had started. Over time, however, really I was worried. I was anxious. I didn't know how to go about it. When I quit worrying and fear and anxiety, because I realized that so much of worry and fear and anxiety really stops us, I started to explore what really my options are. And one of them was take a loan to finish what I had started. You see, coming from Kenya, I never imagined I'd be in this kind of storm where you're far from home, you're really far from help, and stuck between promises broken here, dreams unfinished, you're not sure what to do, you don't have the money, you don't have a way to support your family. And let me be honest with you, I didn't want to take a loan. Not because loans are bad or because I couldn't pay, but I asked myself all these questions. What if I couldn't pay? What if I couldn't afford it? Did I have to do this education after all? Was it going to help? Did it really matter anymore? Were things going to work for me? Was it still worth it? All these were questions that were going on in my mind. Sometimes I realized that fear can plant thoughts in your brains that are really legit and valid, right? But then God reminded me something. What I started in you, I will bring to completion. And that's when I started to research, really find out what is out there. How can I get out of this? How can I really finish what I had started? And guys, I love research. I love asking questions. If you know me, you will know I just love asking questions. Sometimes people love it, others painstakingly think it's too much of a nag. But well, my curiosity or my nag, if you choose to call it so, has been of really great help to me. And I got a way out. Not hype, not scams, but real tools, real help. And that's what I want to give you today, clarity. So here are 3 truths that have saved me. Truth number 1, not all student loans are created equal. So if you're an African student in the US, you might think, well, I don't have a social security number, or I don't have an ITIN, or I don't have credit, or nobody will loan me anything. You could have all these no, or I don't have. But there are lenders designed for people just like you. Empower Financing has no need for a co-signer. You don't need to have a credit history. And the interest, although it starts immediately, it's really great for international students because it gets you started. The other one is Prodigy Finance. I talked about it before, which is more for graduate level students in specific programs. And they also have flexible repayment plan. And also regardless of being limited, it can get you started, The other one, if you have a US-based co-signer, you have a social security number, maybe you're thinking of transitioning, is Ascent Finance. Ascent Finance has a steep eligibility requirement, but if you have social security, you can get a co-signer. Go ahead and get it because it has really good rates, okay? So here's the rule for you. If you're listening to this, here's a rule I would recommend. Don't just jump at the first yes. Read the terms. Make sure you study those terms. Ask about how long the grace period is and know what your repayment really looks like. Is it monthly? Can you renegotiate it? Because a loan is not just about the success or access to it. It's about whether it aligns with your future. Truth number 2 is you might qualify for a loan even without the perfect profile. Well, you don't need to have a co-signer. You don't need to have accumulated credit history. And your school may not even be familiar with the loan providers. I've learned this. Some loans go by your visa and your program. Simple. And some consider your postgraduate job potential. It's good to know these things before you consider the loans. And well, some schools have private lenders that they work with. The thing is, you just have to ask. So please, please, please don't disqualify yourself too soon. I know people like to disqualify themselves. If you're already in the US, consider building your credit to refinance later. Maybe you're listening to this and you're like, I might study next month or in the next 6 months. Good, you're already in the US. Start building your credit. I'm gonna do a video on how you can rebuild or build your credit in very simple ways. And those are things that we also do in a community that I'm creating up gradually. So if you want to know more about this, please, let's keep chatting in the comments. Let me know, and then I'm gonna go do some research for you so that it can help you out. Also, if your degree is in demand, lenders might actually see your future potential, even if your present looks unstable. So perhaps you're studying nursing, or perhaps you're studying certain health sciences, the degrees that are of importance to the country that you live in, i.e. the US or Canada. Make sure that you are choosing courses that can give you access to a greater job opportunity. Remember, the system is really imperfect, but God's plan is not limited by systems. As long as you're strategic, as long as you're taking the right actions and you're being on point, things are definitely going to open up for you. This is truth number 3, guys. Truth number 3, don't let debt define you. You see, I almost gave up on my studies. I looked at my bills, my unpaid tuition, the empty bank account, and I thought, is this the end? But then I felt peace, not because of my circumstances or all that. These things did change. It's because the God in me reminded me that He is my source, and not my employer, not my title, not your bank account, not your loan status. So if you choose to take a loan, let it be from a place of wisdom, not fear. Let it be a bridge to something else, not something to bind you. Again, sometimes the money is like, ooh, I have the money. Don't take the loan to survive, to do things that you're not gonna love, or use it for other things. Take the loan for a program that you are really passionate about, and it's strategically positioning you to get an employment right after. Don't also take a loan because other people are doing it, because you watch it here. Take it only if it will help you walk in God's purpose with responsibility. Guys, let me talk to you straight. If you're stuck right now, you're overwhelmed by tuition, you are not sure how you're going to pay, you're scared about your future, how am I going to keep my legal status? You're not alone. Proverbs chapter 16 verse 3 says, commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He will establish your plans. So whether you choose to apply for a loan or not, let it be committed to God. So here's what you can do today, guys. Write down the full cost of your education. How much does it cost? And then look into Empower Finance, Prodigy, or Ascent. And once you do that, look at their rates and eligibility. Another thing, ask your school for referrals. Do they have access to financing institution? And after that, set a repayment strategy before signing anything. Look at how much you're going to pay and whether it's really practical or feasible. It's not a reason to say no. It's really a reason to look again and to have a negotiation with the lenders. Again, if perhaps the lenders are saying you're going to pay $400, remember the lenders are out to make money. So they are giving you an option to pay $400 a month, or $300, or $100 a month, whatever the amount is. Perhaps you're not ready to pay it immediately. Before you say no, just reach out to them and say, hey, I have a challenge paying this. Can we renegotiate this? They will definitely work with you through that. I can guarantee it. And guys, most importantly, pray over your decision. God's provision may not always look like what we expected, but it will always come when we walk in faith and stewardship. So here's the good news. You don't have to figure this out alone. I'm creating a space. I have been building this with the help of mentors and coaches. It's called Thrive Global Careers. It's for people like us who are navigating this journey. I'll be sharing more about that soon. So please stay connected through this channel if you want to be a part of it from the ground up. If this video has helped you, share it with someone who's secretly struggling to pay for school. Let's stop suffering in silence, guys. Drop a comment if you want me to break down the loan application steps or show you how I did mine. You are not stuck, I can assure you. You are being strengthened. You are not falling behind or failing behind. You are being prepared. And even now, God is still writing your story. Don't give up.